experiments, and for experiment we have to first find out the which quantities to be measured first of all, and then how do we measure that. So in this chapter we'll be seeing the fundamental quantities, the physical quantities by using which we derive all the other quantities, their units, unit system, how do we measure them, how do we get the estimate of any quantity like the distance between earth and sun, how do we estimate that, because obviously that cannot be measured. The height of Mount Everest, that has not been measured, that have been estimated only. Then we will see the dimensional analysis, like what is dimension and what is the advantage of knowing the dimension of a certain quantity, called as dimension analysis. And then at the last part of this chapter, we'll be seeing the possible errors in your measurement and how we minimize that error. So this part is like you can say this is the basic of measurement which is used in the physics or used in science. There is a identical similar chapter in chemistry also, some mathematical concepts like rounding off significant figures and all, but there is a small difference in the way of representation. Concept is same, feeling is same, but yes, okay, fine. So measurement करने के लिए किसका measurement करना है? So there are 7 fundamental quantities. This we did last class. Just a quick recap. We'll quickly jump to the dimension analysis. There are 7 fundamental quantities. Fundamental का मतलब होता है जो आपस में related ना हो, first of all, and remaining all the other quantities have been derived by using these. So there are 7 fundamental quantities. Fundamental quantities are fundamental because they are not related to each other. Each fundamental quantity, each fundamental quantity is used, can be used to derive some other quantities, which is called derived quantities. So like first is mass, length, time, temperature, electric current, luminous intensity, and I hope you have downloaded the book NCRT, though it is not of much use, but yes, you should download it. Luminous intensity and amount of substance, just for the reference that which are what are the topics. Some back exercise questions are good, you can say, or you can say they are important for the school exam, right? So all these fundamental quantities, they have been designed, they have to, so that we can derive all the other quantities. फंडामेंटल क्वांटिटीज को मेजर करने के लिए हमें एक स्टैंडर्ड रेफरेंस चाहिए, एंड दैट रेफरेंस इज कॉल्ड यूनिट. Reference for the measurement is called unit, and that reference is different in different part of the country even and different part of the world, but a standard system has been chosen called as SI unit, जिसमें हम mass को use measure करते हैं in kg, length is measured in meter, time is measured in second, temperature is measured in Kelvin, electric current is measured in ampere. Luminous intensity, though this we will not do much in our syllabus, it is the intensity of light, brightness of light. Some bulb of the same power, 60 watt, and if you have a tube light CFL of the 40 watt, even less power, still the glow, the brightness of CFL is much more than bulb. So those are called luminous intensity and amount of substances in mole. Standard unit of all these quantities, they're used to determine the reference, and मेजरमेंट का मतलब ये होता है कि कितनी बार हम उस स्टैंडर्ड उस रेफरेंस को यूज करें, हाउ मेनी टाइम्स दैट हैज बीन यूज्ड. Like if you measure the mass of something and we use 1 kg 10 times to measure it, then its mass is 10 kg, something like that. So measurement का मतलब होता है standard unit के साथ compare करना, and that comparison with the standard chosen, a standard reference, is called measurement. But when we measure, there is a different possible type of unit. Like in India, it was initially in ounce, and mass is measured in kg. Some part of the world it is in gram, some part it is in pound. So that's why there is another formula also associated with all the fundamental quantities called as dimension or dimensional formula. Dimension formula is used to denote that how many times that fundamental quantity is used. And it is always represented in the big bracket: mass m, length L, time T, temperature Kelvin K, electric current ampere, luminous intensity candela CD, and amount of substance mole. So फंडामेंटल क्वांटिटीज में कितनी बार हम यूज कर रहे हैं किसी एक नई क्वांटिटी को बनाने के लिए, that will be represented by its dimensional formula. And today we will see the dimension analysis. I asked you to go through the standard definition of 1 kg, 1 meter, 1 second. So a platinum iridium का एक special cylinder बनाया है which is kept in the International Bureau of Weight and Measurement in France. That specific cylinder has weight. The weight was chosen as, the mass is kept assumed as 1 kg, like that. So वो definition हमें याद करने की जरूरत नहीं. That is just a standard reference, and accordingly all the references used in all other countries must be taken from there only. So they are replica of that standard. अब इसमें एक बात हमने और समझी थी कि ये जो मास है और अमाउंट ऑफ सब्सटेंस, व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन देम. मास इज ओवरऑल बल्क प्रॉपर्टी, इट इज मैक्रोस्कोपिक. हम ऊपर से देख के मास मेजर करते हैं. Like if it is a 1 kg water, 1 kg iron, it has the same mass as a bulk, it has the same mass. But amount of substance, we go at the microscopic level. We count the number of atoms, we count the number of ions, we count the number of electrons or something like that. So then it is called amount of substance. It is a specific to that material. 1 kg iron has different number of atoms than 1 kg of water and 1 kg of air, something like that. These are the 7 fundamental quantities, but the measurement or all the other quantities cannot be just done by these 7. There are 2 supplementary or 2 sub-fundamental quantities as well, which we use for the representation in the rotation or circular motion. So there are 2 supplementary quantities जिनको हम rotation के लिए use करते हैं for the measurement and for the representation. First was plane angle, जो अभी तक हम usually angle के नाम से पढ़ते थे. That is called plane angle, to be precise, represented usually by theta. So angle बनता है किसी भी circular arc के ends को एक point पे join करने पे. We join the ends of an arc to a point. Suppose arc length is S, radius is R. Plane angle is arc length to radius. Plane angle is arc length, which is S, divided by radius, which is R. So the plane angle is defined as the ratio of arc length to radius. Length ऊपर की भी मीटर में है, नीचे radius भी मीटर में है. मीटर मीटर get cancelled. और अगर हम dimension wise देखें, then the dimension of angle is also length dimension divided by radius dimension, both cancel out. So this is not considered in those 7 fundamental quantities. Why? Because it has no dimension. It is a ratio of similar two quantities. ऊपर भी length है, नीचे भी length है, so plane angle is dimensionless, and that's why it has not been included in those fundamental quantities. But it is used for the representation of rotational motion or circular motion. So since it is considered to be a supplementary or fundamental sub-fundamental quantities, it has a SI unit associated with it, which is taken by convention. It's called radian. हम जो use करते हैं अभी तक angle measure करने के लिए या calculate करने के, that was degree. Degree is a different unit, that is not the standard unit. Degree और radian में difference या relation समझने के लिए we can take a complete circle. Because it is center of circle, we know this angle in terms of degrees, it is 360 degree. Apply this definition of the angle. Angle is the total length of arc. Here arc is the complete circle. Length of circle will be its circumference divided by the radius. R cancel. So the angle formed at the center of circle is 2 pi radian. और ये 2 pi radian की वैल्यू हमें डिग्री में ऑलरेडी पता है, that is 360 degrees. So pi radian is 180 degree. That is the relation between the radian and degree. तो हम जब भी कैलकुलेशन में यूज करेंगे, एंगल कहीं भी यूज करना है, then we have to change degree into radian first, only then we can use for the calculation purpose. लाइक अगर हम इस फॉर्मूले को भी अप्लाई करते हैं आर्क लेंथ मीटर में और रेडियस मीटर में, so meter get cancel, उसमें जो वैल्यू आएगी that value will not be degree, that value will be in radian. Suppose 1 meter की कोई arc length है, 1 meter is radius, the angle formed will be 1 radian, it will not be 1 degree. To change degree into radian we have to use this relation that pi radian is 180 degree, और pi का मतलब है 3.14. So 1 degree can be changed as pi by 180 radian, and then accordingly we can choose, we can convert degrees into radian. 60 degree will be pi by 3, 90 degree will be pi by 2, and so on. This is the plane angle, and we use two smaller unit for the angle measurement, जो कि आपने GPS के coordinates में देखा होगा, arc minute, or simply call it minute. 1 degree has 60 minutes, and it is rated with the minute because it is defined in terms of the angle covered by the earth around sun or sun around earth in a time span of 1 minute at an average distance. Minute वैसे use करते हैं हम time के लिए, so it is actually arc minute and arc second, but loosely इसको minute या second बोल देते हैं. It is 1 minute is 60 second, so 1 arc second angle will be equal to 1 by 60 minute, and then this minute can be converted into degree. 1 minute has 1 by 60 degrees, and then we can convert this into radian. So this becomes 3600, and 1 degree is pi by 180 radians. This is the value of 1 arc second into the standard unit. Usually we will be using seconds, क्योंकि जो planets का movement होता है या sun का movement होगा, star का movement होगा, that is very 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 small. अब जैसे जीपीएस कोऑर्डिनेट भी अगर हम समझें, जस्ट फॉर एग्जांपल आई एम चेकिंग द जीपीएस कोऑर्डिनेट ऑफ दिस लोकेशन, जीपीएस कोऑर्डिनेट ऑफ माय लोकेशन, राइट? सो the exact GPS coordinate will always show some degree, some minute, and something, some seconds. So then it will be basically the okay, leave it. It's quite lengthy. Some degree, some minute, and some second. Then only you'll be able to precisely locate that point. Plane angle is used in radian, but हम radian को degree और degree या seconds में अपने convenience के हिसाब से we will change it. Like 72 degree, 30 minute, and 52 second. This is some location, maybe this is latitude. Something like this. When you take the GPS coordinate of a position, you will get something like this. So this will give all the exact precise location of you in terms of longitude and latitude. Longitude, latitude, hopefully आपने सुना है physics. Second was the solid angle. पहला था supplementary angle is plane angle. Second supplementary quantity is solid angle, which is called fundamental quantity, represented by this omega symbol. अभी हम एक R की बात कर रहे थे. Now we'll consider an area. Maybe
Sir,
this
can you
is
just show me the ones the previous slide?
yeah, sure. This is the GPS coordinate.
सर मेरे को रेड समझ नहीं आया सर, जो आपने सर लिखा है RAD.
कौन बोल रहा है वैसे? आर्यन? नहीं
सर, गोविंद सर.
गोविंद, अच्छा बेटा, ये रेड ना रेडियन का ही शॉर्ट फॉर्म है. जैसे मीटर लिखते हैं तो मीटर को शॉर्ट फॉर्म में एम लिख लेते हैं, वी डोंट राइट. लेंथ की जो यूनिट है वो मीटर है, बट इन शॉर्ट फॉर्म वी राइट इट एम. ऐसे एंगल इज अ यूनिट, एंगल इज अ फंडामेंटल क्वांटिटी जिसकी डेफिनेशन है आर्क लेंथ बाय रेडियस. सो ऊपर भी मीटर होगा, नीचे मीटर हो गया, वैसे तो कैंसिल आउट हो गया ये मीटर मीटर. सो देयर इज नो यूनिट, देयर शुड नॉट बी एनी यूनिट. इसकी यूनिट को हमने बाय कन्वेंशन अज्यूम किया हुआ है, दैट यूनिट इज रेडियन. गॉट इट?
ओके सर.
अब उस रेडियन को शॉर्ट फॉर्म में लिखते हैं रैड, RAD.
ओके सर.
This is the relation between degree and radian, और वो कैसे आया? By taking the angle at the center of circumference circle, we got this angle. So there are smaller units जब हमें और precise छोटे छोटे angle measure करने हो, जैसे the angle covered by the moon around the earth during the lunar eclipse और solar eclipse, वो कितना time degree second में हम measure करते हैं. what is the actual eclipse angle and so. Right. The distances measured by the sun or by other distant star with respect to the position of Earth, अगर आप उसको देखोगे तो बहुत छोटा सा एंगल कुछ मूव करता है, and that angle will be measured in terms of minutes and seconds. So complete location coordinate will always have these three terms. On the Earth, it will be in terms of longitude and latitude. कुछ डिग्री में होगा, कुछ मिनट में होगा, सेकंड में होगा. Then only you'll be able to precisely locate that particular location. Fine. Solid angle क्या होता है? जब हम किसी surface area को, किसी भी area को, like suppose this is an area A, when we join the area to a certain point center, all of these points is joined to a center, then it means the angle formed here at the vertex. It cannot be defined in the plane anymore. It is like a 3-dimension, like the ice cream cone kind of thing. Area is A, radius is R. The ratio of area to radius square. Solid angle is defined as the ratio of area to the radius square, and this is again another angle that is 3-dimensional angle. That's why called as solid angle. Sigma is 3-dimensional. We cannot represent this on this paper. It is used usually in the 3-dimensional quantities, 3-dimensional angle. Sigma is area A divided by R square. Again, area is meter square, radius is meter square, so that becomes meter square, meter square. Dimension got cancelled in the numerator and denominator. So again, it will be a dimensionless quantity. Dimensionless quantity मतलब ना तो इसमें mass है, ना इसमें length है, और ना ही हमने इसमें time use किया. This is a dimensionless quantity, but again it is used for the measurement. कहाँ पर use करते हैं measurement के लिए? As I mentioned in the case of the luminous intensity. जैसे आपने bulb के shape देखे होंगे, कुछ अलग अलग पहले ऐसे आते थे. This was the original shape of the bulb. Then CFL में कुछ ऐसे आने लगे, and now it is a different shape of bulb. So all those are basically, this is spherical and linear. So they change the solid angle accordingly to which the light is spread. ये समझ आ रहा है ना? ये फिलामेंट होता था कुछ थोड़ा समथिंग लाइक दिस. पीछे हमें कुछ रिफ्लेक्टिंग पेपर लगाते थे या रिफ्लेक्टिंग शीट लगाते, so that maximum light comes. Steradian is again SI unit associated or as a convention chosen for the solid unit, solid angle. Short form में ST rad. Solid angle we will not be using mostly in our calculation because it's that part is called photometry, जिसमें हम light की intensity, जैसे for example जब फोटोग्राफी करते हैं तो कितने एंगल पे स्क्रीन रखनी है, कहाँ पे लाइट रखनी है, कौन सी डायरेक्शन से एक्सपोजर होना चाहिए, कितने टाइम के लिए होना चाहिए. All that comes in photometry part, which is not in our syllabus 11-12. It was in other board, other state board, but not in the CBSE and S. So steradian is that another unit. Example समझने के लिए हम ऐसा समझ सकते हैं, angle at the center of a sphere. This we did last class, but again I am revising this because this is something new for you. Center of sphere. पिछले वाले में हमने एक सर्कल लिया था. Now we'll consider the sphere. स्फीयर के हर एक डायरेक्शन से जो सेंटर पे एंगल बन रहा होगा, that angle cannot be represented here in the plane, but if we draw, if we visualize, so this angle looks like a football because it is covering from top also, bottom also. Area to radius square, area of a sphere is, surface area is 4 pi r square divided by radius square. This is gone, so angle आ गया 4 pi steradian. At the center of a sphere, the total angle formed is 4 pi steradian, and that 4 pi steradian is the total angle that will be formed covering from all the direction. Correct? Okay. अगर हेमिस्फीयर लेंगे तो आधा हो जाएगा. It will be 2 pi if we cut it from two parts. Similarly, we have to represent this angle which is formed by an area. जैसे हमने एक एग्जांपल और लिया था किसी क्यूब में.
सर एक बार
Inside a cube,
स्लाइड में चले जाओ.
right? Inside a cube, we also saw that angle, solid angle formed by one of the face. ओके, फिर इसमें कुछ स्टार्टिंग का जो पोर्शन है दैट इज नॉट एग्जैक्टली फिजिक्स, दिस इज सम एलिमेंट्री एबीसी ऑफ फिजिक्स, बट वी आर सपोज टू नो दिस जब हमें फिजिक्स की कैलकुलेशंस करनी होती हैं। अभी हमें नहीं करनी है, बट व्हेन वी डू इन द लैब, when we do some experiment, we always have to give the result with the proper unit, proper significant figure, rounded off to the correct value, and with the minimum error. If your result has more than 10% error, it is rejected. If your error has your measurement has less than 5% error, it is called gold standard. जो आपने शायद advertisement में बहुत सुना होगा. Gold standard means the result is within 5% of error. It is having less than 5% error, right? Okay. So this is the 7 fundamental, 2 supplementary sub fundamental quantities. अब अगर हम एक क्यूब देखते हैं तो क्यूब के सेंटर में भी जो एंगल बन रहा है दैट इज अगेन कवरिंग फ्रॉम ऑल द डायरेक्शन, so that angle at the center will again be 4 pi steradian. Total angle at the center is 4 pi steradian, क्योंकि ये भी चारों तरफ से एक फुटबॉल की तरह बन रहा है. टोटल एंगल फॉर्म्ड एट द सेंटर ऑफ क्यूब. बट यहाँ पर हम एरिया अपॉन आर स्क्वायर का फॉर्मूला नहीं लगा सकते. क्यों? बिकॉज यहाँ पे सारे पॉइंट सेम डिस्टेंस पे नहीं है. नॉट ईच पॉइंट इज एट द सेम डिस्टेंस. वो केवल स्फीयर के लिए लगा सकते हैं. ओके, तो एंगल क्योंकि वो वैसा ही बन रहा है जैसा कि फुटबॉल के सेंटर पे बनता था, तो टोटल एंगल इज 4 पाई स्टेरेडियन. और अगर किसी एक फेस का बताना हो, what is the angle formed by one face at the center? This is total solid angle to be precise. Now we have to specify कि हम solid angle की बात कर रहे हैं या plane angle की बात कर रहे हैं. Solid angle formed by each face, because ये cube है. अगर cuboid है तो ऐसा नहीं होता. Each face at the center will be divided by 6, as there are total 6 faces in a cube. That will be 2 pi by 3 steradian. Right? Okay. So this is the ratio of area to r square. That formula won't be applicable here because this area is not exactly equidistant from the center. उसके ends point की distance different है, center point की distance different है. It is a different. Okay, so these are the fundamental. Fundamental means not related to each other. These are used to derive some new quantity, जिसको हम फिजिक्स में आगे यूज करेंगे फॉर द एक्सपेरिमेंट, फॉर द मेजरमेंट एंड फॉर द एडवांस डेवलपमेंट. डिराइव्ड क्वांटिटीज एंड देयर डिराइव्ड यूनिट्स. सो डिराइव्ड क्वांटिटी का मतलब जिनमें हमने फंडामेंटल क्वांटिटीज को यूज किया हो, मे बी 1 टाइम, 2 टाइम, as many number of times required. Example, if we use area. So definition is clear. I wrote also, and I'll also share you a handwritten definition and all the derivation. So don't worry. Focus on the understanding. I'll share these class notes also. The recording will also be shared. You will get a handwritten notes for each chapter plus booklet printed also. So don't worry. But you have to still write with me. You don't have to just listen. Don't watch like a movie. Derived quantities जैसे पहला अगर हम लेते हैं area. Area is length into breadth. If it is for a rectangle, length is having a dimension of L. Breadth is also a dimension of L. So area का dimension हो गया L into L, and that will be written as L square. So हम जिस fundamental quantity को use करते हैं केवल उसी को लिखना चाहिए. Otherwise, we can also express in terms of the basic 3 fundamental quantities, which is mass, length, and time. So here in the quantity of area, the mass is not used. Mass has nothing to do with area, so mass dimension is 0. Length is used twice, one along the x-axis, another along y-axis, length and breadth. And time is also not relevant here. So the dimension of mass in area is 0. The dimension of time in area is 0. The dimension of length in area is 2. This power is called a dimension. And this is called dimensional formula. So for example, velocity, displacement. So we'll be now calculating some of the quantities dimension. And then we will see what is the use of this dimension. Velocity, acceleration, force, pressure, energy है बहुत बेसिक सी चीज, आपको लगेगा ये कर क्यों रहे हैं, but there are many application of this. Energy, okay. And one term that we used in the fundamental forces, gravitation force में constant use किया था हमने capital G. There are two type of constant. एक constant तो ऐसे होते हैं जिनमें सिर्फ number होगा, like pi is a numerical constant, there is no unit, there is no dimension associated with it. But some constants are having their dimensions and they are not numerical, they have their unit also. If we change the unit system, then the value will change. Velocity का formula displacement upon time. Displacement का मतलब हो गया length. So when we calculate the dimension of velocity,
disconnected, sir.
हाँ बेटा,
I was disconnected for like past 1 minute, sir.
okay.
Sir, you were on fundamental, sir, units, sir, mass, length, and time.
चलिए उसमें तो बहुत पहले थे, स्टार्टिंग में थे. मैंने mass, length और time and I revised all these 7 fundamental quantities जो हमने last class में पढ़ी थी. All 7 fundamental quantities, their standard
Sir,
unit.
you
There
were
are
saying
other
that for area, sir, mass is 0, length is
area पे, हाँ right. So हमने जब area का dimension निकाला, yes I think you're
okay, sir.
correct. Area के dimension में L square है, which means इसको हमें लिख तो L square भी सकते हैं, or to be more precise, we should write it as m raised to the power 0, L to the power 2 and t raised to the power 0. So ये जो powers हैं, those powers are called dimension. Like in the quantity of area, dimension of mass is 0, dimension of length is 2 and dimension of time is again 0. This power represent how many times that fundamental quantity is used. एरिया को बनाने में मास की कोई जरूरत नहीं है, एरिया के लिए टाइम की कोई जरूरत नहीं. एरिया में बस हमें लेंथ को 2 बार यूज करना है, once along the x axis and another along the y axis, like here. So dimensional formula का definition ये होती है that it represent how many times a fundamental quantity is used to derive that physical quantity. अब जैसे आ गए हम velocity पे. So velocity is displacement upon time, displacement is length, time is t, so it becomes L by t, which will be written as LT minus 1. चाहे तो LT minus 1 लिखो या ऐसे को हम M0 L1 T minus 1 लिख सकते हैं. And from here we can also calculate, we can also find its SI unit. Mass इसमें use नहीं हो रहा, kilogram will not be there. Length standard unit is meter and time standard unit is second. For any physical quantity, if we know its formula, we can find its dimensional formula or we can find its dimension. Acceleration is change in velocity upon time. Change in velocity upon change in time or time taken, A is equal to V by T. Velocity dimension divided by dimension of time. Velocity dimension हम ऊपर निकाल चुके हैं. LT minus 1 divided by time. So the dimension of acceleration becomes LT raised to power minus 2. The dimension of acceleration is LT minus 2. Now, depending upon the unit system, we can put the standard unit of L and T, or we can use any other system unit. Like we can write it as meter per second square, we can write it as centimeter per second square, we can write it as kilometer per hour square. Whatever unit system we can use, the dimensional formula will help us to find its SI unit also. So अगर हमें किसी भी क्वांटिटी का फॉर्मूला पता है, कोई भी एक फॉर्मूला पता है, तो हम उस फॉर्मूले को यूज करके we can find out its dimension. Force is mass into acceleration, Newton's second law. So the dimension of force will be dimension of mass into dimension of acceleration. Acceleration dimension we have calculated just now. So it will be mlt minus 2. M to the power 1, L to the power 1, that we can also write as mlt minus 2. So SI unit अगर हम इस dimension formula से figure out करते हैं, SI unit of force will be mass का kg, length का meter और time का second. So kilo kg meter per second square, and this is also called as Newton. So 1 Newton का मतलब होता है 1 kg meter per second square. That is represented by Newton. Pressure, the formula of pressure is force upon area. Force upon area. So pressure की dimension will be dimension of force divided by dimension of area. फोर्स की डायमेंशन है mlt minus 2. Area is length into breadth, so that become L square. ml minus 1 t minus 2. This becomes the dimension of pressure. और उसी को फिर हम kg per meter per second square लिख सकते हैं, और that same is called Pascal, standard system. एनर्जी जब सिर्फ एनर्जी की बात हो रही है तो हम किसी भी टाइप की एनर्जी ले सकते हैं. वी कैन यूज काइनेटिक एनर्जी, वी कैन यूज पोटेंशियल एनर्जी, वी कैन यूज हीट एनर्जी, थर्मल एनर्जी, बिकॉज ऑल द एनर्जीज क्वांटिटी वाइज इट इज सेम. एनर्जी की डेफिनेशन थी क्लास 9th में, वी डिड दिस, द एबिलिटी टू डू वर्क. सो एनर्जी इज आल्सो इक्विवेलेंट टू वर्क. जो वर्क है, एनर्जी इज रिक्वायर्ड टू डू वर्क, and work done changes the energy, decreases or increases, whatever. So energy and work will always have same dimension. आप किसी से भी calculate कर लो. If you use suppose kinetic energy formula, kinetic energy is half mv square. So it will be kinetic energy is k, half the number, उसका कोई dimension नहीं होगा, mass is m, and lt minus 1 का whole square. So that become m L2 t minus 2. ml2 t minus 2. So that means it is kg meter square per second square. That is the energy. आप potential energy से use करोगे. If we use the potential energy formula, m into g into h. m हो गया mass, g क्या था, acceleration due to gravity. अब वो gravity acceleration हो या कोई भी acceleration हो, it is always lt minus 2. h is the height, so that will become L. Multiply again ml2 t minus 2. So this is the energy. Similarly, work done will also have the same. Yes.
I was saying that only. We can use the work formula for it also, no? For energy.
Yes. We can use the work formula also. We can also use the work formula. I was just going to do that. Okay, so energy is work. Work done raises the energy, changes the energy, or energy is required to do work, or ability to do work, capacity to do work is energy. So we can also use the work. Work done का formula था force into displacement. Work done will be dimension of force into dimension of displacement. Dimension of force is mlt minus 2. We have done. Force is mlt minus 2 and multiply by the displacement, which is L. So the work done is ml square t minus 2, which is the same as energy. So work done and energy always have the same dimension. Right, so you can see that we can figure out the dimension of any quantity with the help of any of the formula known related to that. For example, last example लिया था मैंने gravitational constant. So number 8, we have to find the dimension of gravitational constant.
Sir, can you please show the slide once?
Yes. वैसे हर एक क्वांटिटी की डायमेंशन हमें याद करने की जरूरत नहीं है, बस हमें कोई एक ऐसा फॉर्मूला पता होना चाहिए in which that quantity comes. Pressure, force, acceleration, velocity, there are infinitely many quantities. There is a whole big table given at the back of NCERT in the appendix, but you don't need to learn. School वाले कुछ बोल देते हैं first 30-40 learn कर लेना, but that is not important. Don't worry. Some 61-67 dimensional formulas are given in SL also, and not required for you to learn even single formula. Don't worry. Some specific dimensions are there that we will be doing separately. कुछ specific dimensions हैं जो हमें समझ नहीं आती कहाँ से आगे, that we will see. Because dimension में ये पूरा syllabus का मतलब 11th की 12th की all physics, it can be asked from anywhere. Magnetic field, electrical field, resistance, anything can be asked. So that's why we don't know the formula. You don't need to mug up those formula yet. When we go through chapter by chapter, we will be adding more and more formulas. You will learn automatically. Okay, gravitational constant. So I'll give the formula. You have to find out the dimension if you understood.
Sir,
हम
I
करना
found it
क्या
out.
चाहते हैं? बोलो बेटा.
Is it m-1 L3 t minus 2?
अच्छा, you have done m-1 L3t minus 2. Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yes. Who answered?
Rn.
Very nice. Okay, so gravitational force formula we did in the first four fundamental forces, G, m1, m2 by r square. So if we have to calculate the dimension of G, we have to first find out the formula of G in terms of the rest of the quantities. Gravitational constant is F into r square divided by m1, m2. So to find the dimension of gravitational constant, it should be the dimension of force into distance square divided by mass. Force dimension we have just gone calculated, it is mlt minus 2. R is distance, is square. Mass, any of the mass, it will be dimension of mass only, m into m. So 1 mm gone, it become m minus 1 L3 and t minus 2. That is the dimensional const formula for gravitational constant G. Right? तो समझ आ रहा है ना क्या कर रहे हैं हम? ग्रेविटेशनल कांस्टेंट और एनी अदर क्वांटिटी, कोई भी हमें फॉर्मूला, कोई जरूरी नहीं था हम यही फॉर्मूला यूज करें, हम कोई और फॉर्मूला भी यूज कर सकते हैं, बट वी शुड नो दैट फॉर्मूला. जैसे अनदर फॉर्मूला, एक्सेलरेशन ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी का फॉर्मूला भी कैपिटल जी के टर्म्स में होता है, दैट वी विल सी इन द ग्रेविटेशन चैप्टर. Any of the formula that you know, you can just put that formula and find out the value of that fundamental, that quantity. It's a derived quantity in terms of the fundamental quantity. So few more I am writing, you have to find the dimension. Okay, question number 9. I think density we did last class. I am defining few more terms जो शायद आपने नहीं सुने हो. There is a term called energy density. It is related, denoted by small u. और इसकी definition होती है energy stored per unit volume. किसी भी body के per unit volume में कितनी energy store है, that will be defined as energy density. अगर वो magnetic field energy है, then that's called magnetic energy density. If it is because of electric charges, it is called electric energy density. Similarly, like that. So you have to find the dimension of this energy density. अगर किसी को नहीं समझ आया अभी भी, any part not clear, please ask. Feel free. Don't wait for the doubt class. You should be okay. Okay, so I'll have to, I think, form the group on my own because all of you are attending in Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Is
So,
it ml minus 1 t minus 2?
ml minus 1 t
T
minus
minus 2.
2. Correct. एनर्जी का डायमेंशन डिवाइडेड बाय वॉल्यूम. एनर्जी होती है मास इनटू ml स्क्वायर t minus 2. वॉल्यूम इज लेंथ इनटू ब्रेड्थ इनटू हाइट, so that become ml cube. It become l cube. Just like we did area, area is l into v. Similarly, volume is l into v into h. So volume will be l cube. ये हो गया m l minus 1 t minus 2. That is the energy density. और वो एनर्जी डेंसिटी किसी भी टाइप की एनर्जी हो सकती है. जस्ट लाइक एनर्जी का फॉर्मूला सबके लिए सेम होगा, डायमेंशन सेम होगा, यूनिट सेम होगी. चाहे वो एनर्जी डेंसिटी पोटेंशियल एनर्जी डेंसिटी हो, वो इलेक्ट्रिक एनर्जी डेंसिटी हो, वो मैग्नेटिक एनर्जी डेंसिटी हो, एनी टाइप ऑफ एनर्जी डेंसिटी, it will be same. Yes.
Sir, I've heard about a derived quantity known as specific gravity. Sir, what is it?
Okay, who is asking? रौनक.
Yes, sir.
ओके, अपना नाम बता दिया अगर कम से कम आवाज से ही पहचान ले. शकल तो देखेंगे.
Yes, sir.
Soon,
So
don't
ये
worry.
मैंने कहीं पे सुना है, sir.
नहीं, कोई बात नहीं, सुना है, अच्छी बात है, सुनना चाहिए. स्पेसिफिक ग्रेविटी इज आल्सो द अनदर नेम ऑफ स्पेसिफिक ग्रेविटी इज कॉल्ड रिलेटिव डेंसिटी. ये शायद ज्यादा लोगों ने सुना होगा. स्पेसिफिक ग्रेविटी इज लेस यूज्ड. Specific gravity or relative density is the ratio of density of that material to density of water. Water के respect में हम उस body की relative
सर
density
ये
को,
भी डायमेंशनलेस नहीं है?
ये भी dimensionless हो जाएगी बिल्कुल, क्योंकि इसमें ऊपर भी density है और नीचे भी density है. So when we take the ratio of two same quantity, it will become dimensionless. ऊपर की डेंसिटी, दिस इज अगेन मास पर यूनिट वॉल्यूम. सो डेंसिटी का हमने लास्ट क्लास में कैलकुलेट किया था. स्पेसिफिक ग्रेविटी और रिलेटिव डेंसिटी यूजुअली आरडी, डेंसिटी अपॉन डेंसिटी. डेंसिटी चाहे वाटर की हो या किसी भी मेटेरियल की हो, इट विल कैंसिल आउट. सो अगेन देयर इज नो डायमेंशन. स्पेसिफिक ग्रेविटी इज डायमेंशनलेस क्वांटिटी. Clear, Ronak? The specific gravity is same as relative
Yes,
density,
sir.
जो Archimedes principle में कुछ use करते थे 9th में. Density of material to density of water, उससे decide होता था whether a body will float or body will sink. सक्षम,
Yes, sir.
सक्षम बंसल, बेटा clear सब कुछ? अभी तक कोई doubt?
Yes, sir. No doubt, sir.
No doubt. Okay.
तो ये रेशियो है क्योंकि इसका कोई मतलब यूनिट नहीं होंगे ना.
हाँ, that was my question actually. Is it necessary that dimensionless quantities should not have units?
No,
Example?
a radian and steradian.
Yes, solid angle and plane angle, right. यहाँ पे
सर
इस
एंगल्स
क्वांटिटी
के
की कोई
यूनिट है
unit,
सर.
एंगल का यूनिट है, बट वो भी डायमेंशनलेस क्वांटिटी है ना.
यस
यहाँ
सर.
पे दिस स्पेसिफिक ग्रेविटी और रिलेटिव डेंसिटी डज नॉट हैव एनी यूनिट. दिस इज अ यूनिटलेस आल्सो. इट विल बी जस्ट अ नंबर. सो ऑल unitless quantities will be dimensionless, but dimensional quantities may or may not have unit. अगर किसी क्वांटिटी में यूनिट नहीं है तो डायमेंशन नहीं होगी for sure. But if it is dimensionless, it may or may not have unit. This angle is dimensionless, but still it has a unit of radian and degree. Specific gravity does not have a unit, so it does not have a dimension either. Without unit, dimension is not possible, but without dimension, unit is possible. Also write it. Without unit, no dimension is possible. Unitless quantities में dimension नहीं होंगी, but dimensionless quantities can have unit. क्योंकि वो यूनिट एक स्टैंडर्ड रेफरेंस में चूज की हुई है. दैट्स नॉट द कैलकुलेटेड वन और दैट्स नॉट द डिराइव्ड वन. Steradian and radian are not derived. That is as a reference because it is equivalent to fundamental quantity. We will be using that quantities, those two quantities to define the new quantities. Okay, another such example in which there is a two ratio of the identical quantities, similar quantities, is like refractive index. आप सबने refractive index class 10th में पढ़ा है. Refractive index of any material. What was the definition? What was the formula? Let me check.
मेरी 11th नंबर है ना.
हाँ यार, क्या फर्क पड़ता है. 11 number है, right? Okay, Harshul, what was the formula for refractive index? Refractive index of a medium. It was in the light chapter, I think, in class 10th. एग्जाम नहीं हुआ, कोई बात नहीं, ठीक है, थोड़ा बहुत तो याद होगा यार. प्री-बोर्ड तो हुए थे. हर्षल, हर्षल ग्रेवाल, अच्छा कुछ बोलने की कोशिश कर रहे हो क्या? नहीं, आवाज तो सुना दो यार कम से कम. वेरी नाइस. ओके, यश. Refractive index क्या था? What is the definition of refractive index? How we define refractive index of a medium? Speed of light in vacuum to speed of light in that medium. Vacuum में speed को हम c से represent करते हैं, divided by speed of light in that medium. इन दोनों का रेशियो, दैट रेशियो इज डिफाइंड एज रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स को म्यू से या एन से डिनोट करते हैं, म्यू और एन जो भी आपने यूज किया हो इन योर बुक. Refractive index is speed of light divided by speed of light in vacuum divided by speed of light in water, speed of light in that medium. So this is called absolute refractive index and it is dimensionless क्योंकि ऊपर भी speed है, speed का मतलब LT minus 1 और नीचे भी speed है LT minus 1. Both get cancel out, so dimensionless as well as unitless. This is number 11, right? Refractive index is dimensionless. So जब भी दो similar quantities का ratio होगा, it is always dimensionless. It may or may not be unitless. Like right? Okay, कुछ और मैं लिखता हूँ and then you have to find out the dimensions for the rest 3, 4, and then we will do the application where this dimension analysis is used. Calculate the if you don't know the formula, I will tell you the formula to calculate viscous force. Viscous force से हम coefficient of viscosity and पहले calculate करते हैं surface tension. अब surface tension क्या होता है, अगर इसमें doubt है अभी तो कोई बात नहीं, ज़्यादा load मत लो. हल्की फुल्की अंडरस्टैंडिंग के लिए ऐसे समझ सकते हैं. इंसेक्ट्स, छोटे छोटे स्पाइडर जो है वो वाटर के ऊपर फ्लोट करते हैं, चल सकते हैं. दैट इज नॉट बिकॉज ऑफ बॉयंसी, क्योंकि वो अंदर तो गए ही नहीं. When it does not go inside water तो उसको buoyant force तो मिलेगा नहीं, वो surface पे float करते हैं because the surface of any liquid behave as a stretched film. उसमें जो force लगता है, that force per unit length is defined as surface tension. Force per unit length is defined as surface tension. S से
So,
या
sir,
T
the
से denote
dimension formula would be M1, L0, and T minus 2.
correct. Dimensional formula will be dimension of force divided by dimension of length. Force is MLT minus 2 divided by L. L gone, so it is MT minus 2. Surface tension is related with the liquid surface, all liquid surfaces. Another example समझ सकते हो आप, जो bubble बनते हैं, that bubble is formed only because of surface tension. Normal water का हम bubble नहीं बना सकते, but when we make some soap or detergent, then the surface tension increases, and because of that it start forming a spherical shape, and that makes a bubble kind of thing. Okay, next is coefficient of viscosity. So these are the terms we will be doing one by one in the chapter when we see the fluid dynamics, liquid and all. Coefficient of viscosity divided by some symbol eta. ये n को थोड़ा लंबा कर दो पीछे से. This is called eta. So now coefficient of viscosity, I will give you the formula related to the coefficient of viscosity. किसी भी दो लेयर के बीच में, लिक्विड की दो लेयर के बीच में जो फ्रिक्शन लगता है, that friction is called viscous force. Like glycerine or honey, it is not as free flowing as water. एक लेयर दूसरे लेयर के साथ चिपकी रहती है because of this intermolecular bonds, and it does not allow the liquid to flow on each surface easily. इसके बीच में जो फोर्स लगता है उसका फॉर्मूला होता है कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ विस्कोसिटी eta into V upon L. L is the distance between them and V is the speed of difference, like V is the velocity.
Is it
ये
delta
फॉर्मूला
V?
है विस्कस. हाँ बेटा,
Is it delta, like is it change in distance and velocity, or is it just distance and velocity?
very nice. It is change in velocity, but I have kept its relative नीचे वाले को रेस्ट में ले लिया तो फर्क नहीं पड़ता. जैसे रिवर का जो वाटर होता है उसमें नीचे वाला ग्राउंड के साथ रेस्ट में होता है. इट इज एक्चुअली डेल्टा वी बाय डेल्टा एल. यू आर करेक्ट.
हाँ, that's what
दो
I
लेयर के
saw.
बीच की, बट उसका जो डायमेंशन आएगा डेल्टा वी का, दैट विल बी वी. बट यूजुअली जब हम किसी रिवर के लिए कैलकुलेट करते हैं या किसी फ्लो के लिए करते हैं, जैसे रिवर में क्या होता है, जो ऊपर का वाटर है, सबसे ऊपर की लेयर वो फ्लो करती है, और जो नीचे ग्राउंड के साथ कांटेक्ट में वो रेस्ट में होती है। तो हम उसको डायरेक्टली V1 को V ले लेते हैं, V2 को 0 ले लेते हैं, एंड डेप्थ को ले लेते हैं D, राइट। सो देन V1 माइनस V2 डिवाइड बाय L बिकम्स V by D, जिसको मैंने यहाँ पे V by L लिख लिया था, क्योंकि अभी हम सिर्फ डायमेंशन कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं। So don't worry, when we study these topics, we will be understanding in detail what is the meaning of delta and all. अभी आपको सिर्फ डायमेंशन निकालने के लिए फॉर्मूला चाहिए. So I just took the lower layer to be at rest, और more practical thing कि हमने वो वाली लेयर ली है जो ग्राउंड के साथ कांटेक्ट में है in the flow of river. ठीक है, तो अभी आपको इतना लोड लेने की जरूरत नहीं, because just finding the dimension of eta, we don't bother about delta V change in velocity or velocity will have the same dimension and same unit.
-1 t
So यहाँ
minus
से
1.
eta का फॉर्मूला FL upon A into V. A is the area, V is the velocity, L is the perpendicular distance between the two layers. ये फॉर्मूलाज आपको बुक में मिल जाएंगे, बाद में हम पढ़ेंगे, तो यू विल आल्सो लर्न दीस फॉर्मूलाज, डोंट वरी. अभी के लिए आपको मैं फॉर्मूलाज बता रहा हूँ सो दैट यू नो हाउ टू फाइंड द डायमेंशन. वन बाय वन हर एक क्वांटिटी की अलग डायमेंशन लिख के, एंड देन वी सब्स्टिट्यूट. यस, व्हाट इज द आंसर?
ml -1 t minus 1.
ml minus 1 t minus 1. How? Because force is ml t minus 2 into L divided by area is L square, and velocity is Lt minus 1. So when you simplify this, ml minus 1 t minus 1, that will figure out. So coefficient of viscosity is ml minus 1 t minus 1. Likewise, for the different quantities, we can find the different dimension. There are different quantities may have exactly same dimension, but they might represent different physical quantity. जैसे एक फॉर्मूला हम पढ़ेंगे टॉर्क का. टॉर्क is force into perpendicular distance. Work is also force into displacement. Torque is also force into the perpendicular distance. Work and torque, they have same dimension because they both are the product of force and length.
Sir, but torque as sine theta and work as cos theta.
Sine and cos is not
Ratio, so there won't be.
yes, they are ratio of the perpendicular to hypotenuse and base to hypotenuse. So they won't have any dimension. Basically, those are the mathematical quantities. Right. Work done is force into displacement. Torque is force into perpendicular distance from the axis. So they both have the same dimension, but they represent two different quantities. So dimension same होने का मतलब ये नहीं है कि वो quantities same है. They may be exactly different. They might be denoting different quantities.
सर
M
इसका
L
एक और
yes.
वैल्यू कपल भी होता है ना, लाइक एक और
टॉर्क को हम
कपल भी बोल सकते हैं.
जब दो फोर्सेस लगाते हैं तब हम उसको कपल बोलते हैं, राइट. टॉर्क ऑफ टू इक्वल अपोजिट फोर्सेस कॉल्ड कपल. जैसे सपोज दिस इज सम बॉटल नेक कैप. हम दोनों तरफ से बॉडी घुमाते हैं, देन बेसिकली वी आर अप्लाइंग द टॉर्क ऑफ टू इक्वल अपोजिट फोर्सेस, देन इट इज कॉल्ड कपल. दैट्स वन सिचुएशन. टॉर्क किसी एक फोर्स का भी हो सकता है. टॉर्क इज कॉल्ड मोमेंट ऑफ फोर्स. सो डोंट वरी, वी विल सी अगेन इन रोटेशन. सो हम इन सबको खूब डिटेल में पढ़ेंगे, बहुत अच्छे से पढ़ेंगे. अभी सिर्फ हमें फॉर्मूले में इसके डायमेंशन कैलकुलेट करने के लिए वी हैव टू जस्ट get to know any one of the formula so that we can find out. For work done and torque has same dimension, but they do not represent the same quantity. So dimension same hona does not give any information that whether they represent the same quantity or not. Similarly, units, अगर dimension same है तो unit भी same हो सकती है. But ऐसे cases में जब dimension same हो, they are representing different quantities, then we choose a specific unit to represent one of them. Like work done के लिए, that Newton into meter is written as joule. Work done is force into displacement, so its SI unit is Newton into meter, but that is also called as joule, which is not joule in case of the torque. Torque will be just Newton into meter. We cannot say that torque is 10 joule. then it will be representing the work. So that means the unit is again a specific thing. We cannot generalize that always Newton into meter can be written as joule. So that will be specific to the quantity that it represents. Work and torque has same dimension. Do they have same unit? Answer is yes. But the Newton into meter for work can be represented as joule, but torque cannot be represented as joule. That represent a entirely different quantities. So ये तो हो गया कि हम कैसे कैलकुलेट करते हैं. अब क्यों करते हैं, that is again bigger question. Why do we are doing such a simple basic maths? So as we also discussed last class कि न्यूटन ने जो कुछ 600 से ज्यादा फॉर्मूले डिराइव किए हैं, more than 200 of them he used the dimensional approach. So there are some specific application of dimension. If we know the dimension formula, then we can by using some analysis we can get to know some other result also. Exam में बहुत काम आता है objective question. Question which of the following is the force acting on a body? आप चारों में dimension देख लो, जिसकी dimension force की होगी, that will be the answer. I mean, this is one of the last possible option to solve a question, but examiners have become smart. तो अभी वो ऐसे ही forces, ऐसे ही option set करते हैं that at least 2 or 3 will have the same dimension. Next is dimensional analysis or application of dimension. मैंने बीच का थोड़ा सा कुछ theoretical वाला part जानबूझ के छोड़ दिया है because I want to give some homework for this weekend, at least some questions you can solve. बीच में वो कुछ part है how the length, light year, angstrom, measurement of length, parallax method. We'll come to that. Don't worry, we'll come to that. We'll not leave even a single word from your book. In fact, we'll be doing a lot more than your book. But थोड़ा sequence मैं अपने हिसाब से रखूंगा so that you can understand and you can solve the questions. The initial part of 11th physics is little bit boring, but थोड़ा patience रखना. Have patience, and it will become very, very, very interesting from the 3rd chapter onwards. 11th physics में अच्छी बात ये है that it is the all the things that we see around us, the motion, force, everything, liquid, solid. Dimension analysis and its application, that means dimension and how do we use it. So सबसे पहला application तो क्या हो सकता है, which is used अगर हमने कोई इक्वेशन बनाई या कोई इक्वेशन डिराइव की है, सपोज हमें कहीं से इक्वेशन मिल गई and some equation is written or somebody has given you some equation, we can check whether that equation is consistent or not, whether that equation is homogeneous or not. To check the homogeneity of an equation. What is the meaning of homogeneity, being homogeneous? Okay. Agar
Same,
suppose,
similar substances.
correct. Like suppose if we are adding 5 Newton with 10 Joule, एक क्वांटिटी हम फोर्स की बात करें, दूसरी क्वांटिटी हम एनर्जी की बात करें. फोर्स एंड एनर्जी कैन नॉट बी एडेड because they are representing two different things. Similarly, अगर कोई इक्वेशन लिखे, let's say somebody has written the energy conservation equation, half mv square is equal to 5 by 8 mgh. You have to check and you have to comment whether this equation is correct or not, whether this equation is consistent or not. Yes. Is it a consistent equation or not? पहले तो हम ये correct or not as a different thing. That is a secondary thing. First, we'll understand that whether the left side and right side is representing the same thing or not. If the left hand side dimension and right hand side dimension are same, only then this equation can be called as a consistent equation. Equation is consistent or homogeneous. करेक्ट अभी भी हो सकता ना हो, जैसे इक्वेशन जो ऊपर लिखी है दैट इक्वेशन इज नॉट necessarily correct because half mv square kinetic energy and that should be equal to potential energy mgh जब हम किसी बॉडी को ग्राउंड से थ्रो करते हैं with speed u, mass is m and suppose it goes to a maximum height of h, then kinetic energy converts into potential energy and that equation will be half mv square is mgh. So though this equation is not correct but it is dimensionally consistent, मतलब सिर्फ कांस्टेंट टर्म में लोचा है, जो क्वांटिटी रिप्रेजेंट हो रही है वो सेम. लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में डायमेंशन है मास, हाफ का कोई डायमेंशन नहीं है, वेलोसिटी इज lt माइनस वन स्क्वायर, मास m जैसे भी हमने पीछे कैलकुलेट किया था, बोथ साइड, one side it is kinetic energy, another side it is potential energy. If you equate them, here it is coming out to be same, ml square t minus 2 is ml square t minus 2. That means it is dimensionally consistent. अब करेक्टनेस है या नहीं है वो हम नहीं बता सकते by this method, but yes this equation can be written. This equation represent both side dimensionally consistent का मतलब this equation is representing same quantity on both the side. We are not equating energy with force, both side it represent the same quantity. So किसी भी equation की homogeneity check करने का मतलब है both the side, left hand side and right hand side, it is representing the same equation. Correct? Okay. अगर ये half mv cube होता left side में, then it would become dimensionally inconsistent. means equation को हम लिख ही नहीं सकते. अभी हमें इसमें सिर्फ correct क्या करना होगा? We have to just correct the constant multiplier which is 5/8 on the other side. Then this equation will become correct. Dimension wise there is no problem. It is representing the same thing. So जब भी हमें किसी भी equation को check करना हो, whether that equation is feasible or not, whether the equation is possible or not, then we can use this approach that left hand side quantity dimension and right hand side quantity dimension has to be equal. If it is not coming out to be equal, which means that equation is not possible equation, that equation is not consistent equation. अब reverse, अगर suppose हमें ये पता है that some equation is consistent, some equation is given to be correct, and with that approach हम उसमें से कुछ unknown constants की, unknown quantities के dimension पता कर सकते हैं. So ये first का ही एक application है that to find dimension of unknown physical quantities, in a homogeneous or in a correct equation, homogeneous or consistent equation. If we already know that this equation is correct, then we can find out the sum of the unknown quantities dimension by using this method. अब इसमें रूल क्या लगाते हैं हम homogeneity के लिए और consistency के लिए. So first rule is rule number 1. If we are if we are adding two quantities or subtracting two quantities, it has to be always between the same dimension. Addition, subtraction, equation A equals to B, or inequality A greater than B or A less than B. Addition, subtraction, equation, inequation is only possible if A and B must have the same dimension. Suppose x is equal to A plus B. Addition, subtraction, equation and inequation are only possible between the same dimension quantities. Different dimension है तो हम ये operation नहीं कर सकते. Equation and inequation का मतलब होता है greater than or less than. Is possible only if all quantities have same dimension. I hope you are able to read my handwriting. Only if all quantities have same dimension. कहीं पे कुछ ना समझ आया तो बता देना. I will rewrite it. Only if all the quantities have same dimension and add करने के बाद जो result आएगा, the result also must also have the same dimension. A plus B solve करके जो भी आएगी value C और X, and the result also has the same dimension. जो A और B का dimension था वही उन दोनों को add करने के बाद भी dimension आएगा. So if it is suppose X is either A plus B or A minus B or A equals to B or greater than B, all these quantities must have the same dimension. That is rule number 1. Add, subtract, equation और inequation हम तभी कर सकते हैं when the quantities have the same dimension. Rule number 2, addition, subtraction हो गया. Multiplication और division के लिए there is no rule. Multiplication or division can be done in the same or different quantities. There is no problem. हम same quantities का भी
सर
division
मेरे को
कर
ये
सकते
समझ
हैं.
आ गई कि क्वांटिटीज की डायमेंशन सेम होनी चाहिए, लेकिन डायमेंशन की क्या डायमेंशन, मतलब सर रिजल्ट की क्या डायमेंशन?
जैसे 5 मीटर पर सेकंड प्लस 10 मीटर पर सेकंड आ गया 15 मीटर पर सेकंड.
यस सर,
रिजल्ट का भी वही डायमेंशन होगा.
समझ गए सर.
एग्जांपल लेके देखते हैं. सपोज क्वेश्चन इज गिवन. सपोज velocity of any particle at time t is given as velocity of particle at time t is given as v is equal to at plus b by x square, where x is the distance covered and t is the time taken. A and b are some unknown constant. X is distance covered. Find the dimension of unknown physical quantities A and B. ये इक्वेशन गिवन है, मतलब ये इक्वेशन हमें करेक्ट अज्यूम करनी है. फाइंड द डायमेंशंस ऑफ अननोन क्वांटिटीज A and B. अंडरस्टूड दिस क्वेश्चन. अब ये यहाँ पर रिवर्स हो गया कि इक्वेशन हमें गिवन है, इक्वेशन में कुछ अननोन क्वांटिटीज हैं A and B और हमें उसकी डायमेंशन फाइंड आउट करनी है. सो वी विल यूज दिस लॉजिक. In this equation, we are adding at to b by x square. Two quantities can be added only and only if they have same dimension. So a into t और b upon x square, इनका dimension same होना चाहिए. और इसको equate किससे किया है? Velocity से. So these both must have the dimension of velocity. By using this above rule, हम दो quantity को add तभी कर सकते हैं जब उनके dimension same हो. और इसको इक्वेट हम उससे तभी कर सकते हैं when the result also has the same dimension. So a into t का dimension b upon x square के dimension के इक्वल होना चाहिए. By using the homogeneity principle, the quantities which are added must have the same dimension. So at का dimension b upon x square के इक्वल होना चाहिए. Dimension of at must be dimension of b upon x square. और इसको हमने इक्वेट किया वेलोसिटी के, so they must have the dimension of velocity. Understood this?
Sir.
Rule is that we can add, subtract, equate only the quantities which have same dimension. A और B को ऐड कर रहे हैं तो उसका डायमेंशन आपस में इक्वल होना चाहिए और वो x के इक्वल कर रहे हैं तो इन तीनों का डायमेंशन x के इक्वल होना चाहिए. In this rule, all these three quantities x must have the same dimension of A, must have the same dimension of B. Now we applied this principle here. हमने वेलोसिटी को at plus b upon x square के फॉर्म में रिप्रेजेंट किया है in some equation and which that equation is supposedly correct and consistent. It is already known. To find the dimension of A, हम पहले दोनों को इक्वेट कर लेते हैं. पहले दोनों का मतलब A into t का डायमेंशन वेलोसिटी के इक्वल होना चाहिए, तो
LT
डायमेंशन ऑफ
minus
A
2.
into dimension of t should be dimension of velocity. B का डायमेंशन निकालने के लिए हम सेकंड और थर्ड को इक्वेट कर लेते हैं. डायमेंशन ऑफ B डिवाइडेड बाय L स्क्वायर. X था डिस्टेंस और डिस्टेंस विल बी L लेंथ. It should also be LT minus 1. राइट. अब क्या करेंगे हम इन दोनों को? We will divide this A will be LT minus 1 divided by T. So dimension of A comes out LT minus 2. B का dimension निकालने के लिए we'll multiply it L square into LT minus 1. That becomes L cube T minus 1. तो ये unknown quantities A और B का हमें dimension मिल गया by using the principle of homogeneity. We add subtract only when two quantities have same dimension. If they have different dimension, they cannot be added. If they have different dimension, it cannot be equated. Right?
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
अगर इसमें doubt किसी को, please ask again. Anybody having doubt in this? Quantities को addition, subtraction, equation तभी कर सकते हैं, which is a common sense. Obviously, we cannot add force to mass. We cannot add energy to time. They must represent the same quantity. Addition करे तो 80 और v by x square का, they must have the same dimension. Okay, तो ये question तो मैंने किया था, एक आप करके दिखा दो. One question you have to do. Last for today, and then probably I'll send the homework. Otherwise, maybe after the next class. It was the first week, and please choose your preference for the class, which batch you want to attend.
So if we want to continue with the weekday batches, do we need to tell our preference again?
If you want to continue with the weekdays batch, but there are 2 weekday options: Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday.
Okay.
You can give your preference accordingly. I think Shasti ma'am would have sent you the message for the 3 batch slot, because I don't want it to be clustered in one group, so that it will be more. Obviously, I mean, there is a one competitive group that will be formed later on. अभी हम थोड़ा balance रखते हैं number of kids में and all, depending upon your availability. It's not that you are not available, but still you should choose. If you are comfortable, I am comfortable, but I want it to be more interactive class so that everyone has chance to speak and discuss if there is any problem. ठीक है, तो
Okay.
बेटा ये वैसी वाली क्लास नहीं है जहाँ पे ब्रॉडकास्ट होता है. It is a live interactive class, and I like to solve your queries, and you will learn only when you ask doubts. So feel free. अभी कोई एक दूसरे को देख नहीं रहा है, so don't feel any kind of pressure or peer pressure कि सबको समझ आ रहा है, मुझे नहीं आ रहा है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं. Right? It's your right to ask, and that's why we are here to help you out. Don't feel any kind of pressure कि सर क्या सोचेंगे, बाकी लोग क्या सोचेंगे. And even after the class, you can send me a message. I can explain your doubts separately. One extra class apart from these 3 classes I usually take, and I will be taking for the discussion of your doubts. But again, it will be a combined doubt session. If you want some personal doubt class or something, that can be provided, but still you should be able to now, because now you have grown up. 10 से सीधे 11th में आ गए आप without any exam. So, but you should become mature enough to ask your doubts and put your thoughts, put your problem, basically, not just doubts, not only in the physics class. In life also, if you are facing any challenge, now you should be able to communicate to the concerned person. Not to everybody, but to the concerned person, you should be able to communicate. Okay, so I think a little bit more time will take, 3-4 minutes. If pressure is given as P is equal to alpha into x square plus beta upon v. V is velocity. Beta upon v cube. I'm just writing any random equation, don't worry. There, okay, one more, plus gamma times t. Okay, t is time, x is the depth, v is the velocity of flow, It's a random equation. Don't check the validity of this equation. And t is the time. Find the dimension of alpha, beta, and gamma. Question note कर लिया आप उसको homework में कर लेना कोई नहीं. Just one question I'm giving an homework. Find the dimension of alpha, beta, and gamma. ये gamma and r थोड़ा एक जैसा ही होता है. Don't get confused. मेरा एक ही जैसे बनता है. This is gamma. और r में थोड़ा बीच में space होता है. This is r. Usually the small r. So don't get confused. अब भी अगर वो shortcut में जल्दी में अगर gamma r जैसा बन जाए. This is basically alpha, beta, and gamma. Right. So there's only one single question you are supposed to do in the homework. Monday we will continue, and those who want to or who can attend tomorrow, I'll be starting the first lecture for the weekend batch. First lecture as in I'll start from the fundamental force. So if any of you have missed and want to do it, or if you want to do it, revise it again, the all basic 4 fundamental forces from the physical world chapter, you can join tomorrow. The timetable will be shared in all the group, and I'll encourage that you can take weekend batch also. I mean, both are the same. Whatever is convenient for you, whatever suits you best. Right? Okay. Any doubt in today's lecture? Anything not clear?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, very nice. So we just did. These are the timings. Again, it will be shared to the group. Don't worry. Okay, fine. I have some DPPs, but we couldn't cover that much portion. So maybe next class, Monday, I will give you the first DPP as in daily practice
सर
problem.
आंसर सेंड कर दिया सर, एक बार चेक कर लेना.
आंसर आपने सेंड कर दिया है. वेरी गुड.
यस सर.
वेरी नाइस. इस पर चैट में सेंड किया है या पर्सनल मुझे
Yes,
व्हाट्सएप किया?
सर चैट में.
Chat. Very nice. Yes. Very nice. Correct. Okay, good. Okay, fine. That's it for today. So those who can attend, join the tomorrow's class, and then you can decide which batch is better, which time is better suited for you. Depends on many factors. You want to continue with the weekdays? I don't have any problem. Just for your convenience and your more interaction involvement in the class, I was suggesting that. Okay then. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.